Yo, what's up, everybody? This is your boy, Food Junkie. Good morning, good afternoon, whatever time you choose to watch this video. You saw the title. At least a couple people got it. And I know people thinking that, saying, I'm here to go back and forth, or here to argue, or here to read, roast, drag, and gag individuals. And that's not my purpose here. That has never been my purpose here on YouTube. My purpose has always been to talk about what I see that people put on here on YouTube, behaviors, things that people may not recognize within themselves, but as a viewer, I see. What's up, technical baby? How you doing? Good morning, sweetheart. Thank you for being here. And this little kerfuffle that I am engaged in, that I choose to be engaged in with Timothy Blaine. And I know it sounds like I'm reading, roasting, gagging, and dragging, things of that, whatever. But if you really look at what I'm doing, what's up, Ashton? How you doing, baby? If you look at what I'm actually doing, is I'm actually pointing out the obvious. I'm pointing out what has been said, what has been seen, what has been told to us by this individual. And I woke up today, and when I woke up today, I looked at some other stuff on YouTube. I watched the Jasmine Guy Unsung story. I looked at some stuff from school days, other stuff besides this whole beef sector stuff. And I know that there was a video made yesterday with my name in the title, but as you guys always know, I don't put people's names in my title because for me, it's not about the click and the view. So I'm not quite sure what was said in the video because I don't watch it, not because I can't stomach it, because I don't have time to listen to lies about me. If you have already told lies and tried to roast and gag and say stuff that are untrue and unfounded, there's no need for me to sit here and watch that, because it's going to be the same rinse and repeat BS that has always been said. I'm ugly. I'm a monster. I'm mentally disabled. I'm all these things, this and the third. I've been placed in jobs. I'm saying I use color crayons. Stuff that makes no sense. That's really, for me, is an elementary type of read. It's very rudimentary. Hey, Marie, baby. Good morning. How you doing? Exactly, no. And that's not it. I'm not downing people who need assistance. I point out the fact that he brags about the fact that he's getting assistance and he don't like to work. And he doesn't realize or haven't recognized the fact that the reason why he's in the situation that he's in is because of the choices he made in life. And my thing is this. I was saying, thank you Murphy, for saying that, because that's not what it is. What I'm actually saying is, Timothy Blaine, you actually have a story to tell. You actually have a story to tell that can actually help people. But what you choose to do is you choose to glorify the street life as if it worked out for you. And the reality is, the decisions that you made in your life has not worked out for you. Because being on SSDI is not the goal. And I'm not even reading now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even reading now. What's up, Issy Bissy baby? How you doing? Oh yeah, after this right here, that's what's gonna be done. Like I said, my whole point was, he said he got me up off of him. Hey Tam baby, how you doing? My question was and still is, how could you get me up off you if I didn't want to do that? See, I can go back and forth. Video was not cussing, fussing, screaming, yelling, roasting, and gagging. But that's not what I do. That's not who I am. After I realized that you can't learn, you don't want to learn, you don't want to do better, Tam, $700 a month is basically, right, a welfare check. It means there was not enough, you know what I'm saying, work history. Exactly. That's the bare minimum that they will give you. But that's not me reading the roasting what's not. It's just me saying that's not the goal. You have a story to tell that could actually help someone. That's why yesterday the title was testimony, or cautionary tale. Like it or not, Timothy Blaine, your life is a cautionary tale that can actually help someone. Do you think that encouraging Rico to sit on his ass, do nothing, and collect a check when he is 31 years old, he don't have enough work history to actually get a full-fledged retirement type of situation? You think that's okay? You think that encouraging someone who barely started their life in the work history to sit on their ass and collect a government check, and that's okay? No, it's a cautionary tale. That's if Rico's decide to listen to you, that will start at 31 years old. So when he reaches, if he reaches 63 and or at an age of retirement, he can say, "Oh, I'm retired. I deserve this." Make that make sense. It doesn't make sense. Once again, that opinion is problematic. And the problem is that you think that because someone points out the obvious, someone points out something that is, okay, different than what you live and what you think, they're attacking you. No one's attacking you. Well, I did attack you because you attacked me, but it didn't start off that way. It started off with me just saying this is problematic. Readjust the way you think, readjust the way you look at things. And not saying for you to feel bad about it, but for you to understand that really is not the goal. That's not the goal. And there are people out here who support because they like watching train wrecks. They like watching people in a downward spiral. See, although I don't fuck with you like that, and I think that you're problematic in how you handle things, I still don't want you to be caught up in a point where you have to depend on someone else for your livelihood, which you do, and thinking that that's okay. Your story could actually help someone. See, when I hear your story, when I hear you talk about your lifestyle and all the drugging and sexing and stuff that you did, I see, based on how you living, what not to do. See, I'm smart enough to understand what a cautionary tale is, opposed to what a testimony is. And I'm not trying to down you in this moment, because I already done that enough. I think I proved my point because you have to make shift up um, things that is not true. And if what people are telling me, what you're saying, like I'm trying to down someone who needs help, no. I'm telling you that you could have a different outcome in your life at this age. And that's sad that you don't get that. It's sad that you're not open to hearing that because you think it's an attack. You know what I'm saying? You are trying to down someone who's a dishwasher, although I'm not. You're trying to down people who have to have a placement in jobs because they may be mentally disabled. You're trying to down mentally disabled people. You're trying to down, you know what I'm saying, physically disabled people. See, that's what you do. See, that's what your mindset is. Because everything for you is a fight. Everything for you is an attack. Everything for you is, oh, let me get you up off me. That's why I asked the question. What can you do really to get me up off you? If that's not what I wanted to do. Exactly, Tam. That's the worst advice you can give someone. That is horrible. To tell someone at 31 years old, oh, well, go here and go to this agency and you can get this, you can get that, you can get that. Basically tell them to be a bum for the rest of their life, however long that may be. What if Rico lives to be 65, 75, 85? So you're telling him for the next 50 plus years, it's okay for him to do nothing, live his worst life, and collect money from the government. Don't be a productive citizen. Don't try your best to be your best. Don't put your best foot forward. Yeah, in this moment, use this for that, but Do everything you possibly can do to get off of government assistance, to fend for yourself, to clean up your life. No one cares if your heart goes out to him because he has whatever issues he may have. If he's not willing to admit to those issues and get help for those issues, you don't support bad behavior. That's what an elder does. An elder doesn't support bad behavior. An elder doesn't give you advice or bad advice that keep you on the same path that you're on. What an elder does, someone that deserves reverence and respect, try to move you in a direction that helps you be your best self. See, you always screaming that, oh, what you've done was 30 years ago. What you've done was this, what you've done was that. But in the past week, how many times have you said, well, in jail, this person would get beat up, this person would get da-da-da, because they demand respect. They demand respect. I've never been da-da-da because I would give them respect. But yet, when someone brings up what you've done, your jail time, your prison sentences, your drug use, things of that nature, you want to scream, it was 30 years ago. But every time you have an example, it's from 30 years ago. And I don't matter how many names you call me, what you say about me, what's not, the reality is it's not true. So therefore, I don't believe it. So that's why I'm not really pressed about it. People who understand, listen to what I'm saying, get what I'm saying. And my goal has always been to let if one person sees things to help their life be better, my job is done. See, I'm not trying to cater to the masses. I'm trying to cater to a specific niche of people who have intelligence, who listens, who can do critical thinking, critical analyzing, critical listening. I know that everyone on here, well, a lot of people on here, I should say, not everyone, a lot of people on here just here for the mess and the nonsense. Hence, what's going on with the whole Pizarro situation, Kimmy situation. How people are inserting themselves into it was not just to get the click interview when it doesn't pertain to them. I see all that mess going on. I don't care about that. It has nothing to do with me. Nothing at all. It's ridiculous. Marie. Like, you can't sit up here and act as though, oh, I'm attacking you or I'm doing something against people. No, that narrative will not be spent. And even if it is, if people come and listen to this video, it's not, or my videos about you, it's not about the people in general. It's about you specifically. The decisions that you've made specifically, the decisions that you've done specifically to land you for you to be wound up where you are. That's what it is. I've always said your life choices, your life decisions is why you are in the position that you're in. Hello?
Hello. I am an artificial intelligence
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know, it makes no sense to me. It makes no sense that, someone who have had a rough life all their life. See, there's a lot of more stuff that I can talk about that you've said. You yourself said the other day, there's 3 years worth of information that you have on here that people can talk about. Because you've been on for what, about 3 years? So there's 3 years worth of stuff because I told you I watched you. I used to enjoy you when you was doing celebrity news and things of that nature, political stuff like that. Until I realized that you was a hypocrite. Until I realized that you don't believe what you're saying, you don't live in what you say, that you're double-minded. That's when I stopped and wasn't stopped watching you a lot and started questioning. See, initially, your story of down and out and drugs and all that other stuff, that was something that, okay, let me listen to what this man had to say because he has something to say. Did I realize, yeah, not so much. How you twist stories, how you play victim. You don't call me everything but a child of God. Everything but a child of God, you don't call me. But now you want to spin and twist the story that, oh, I don't like people who did it. No. I didn't say that you was retarded. I didn't say that you was mentally disabled. I didn't say that you was mentally handicapped. I didn't say any of those things. I didn't say you was so mentally handicapped that you had to be placed in your jobs. Those are things that you say. See, while you're trying to read, roast, and gag, thinking that that's what it requires for you to get me off your back, I'm just regurgitating what you said. You've glorified, you know what I'm saying, random sex with random people for hits of meth. That's what you glorified. You glorified the fact that, you know what I'm saying, you had all this sex and drugs in your early age was not. But yet, right now, you're at a position where you're living on government subsidies and assistance. Lying to us saying that you are retired. But when you do the math, you don't have the work history to garner some type of retirement. See, I caught that when you said it a while ago, before we got into this little scuffle. You lied and said that you was retired. You lied and said that it wasn't, you know, what it was. And when someone brought it up, you got so offended and so mad that you've been attacking them ever since. You don't think people see that? You don't think that people see the hypocrisy? Let me just put that up there right quick. Let me just put that up there. Tam, question for you. Hearing how he talks about things, what he does, is it a cautionary tale or is it a testimony? Is it something that is uplifting or is it something that you should be saying, well, this is, please don't end up like this was not saying that I hate my life, but at the same time, you can do better than me. See, that's what all elders want for people that's beneath them. As far as age and they're trying to lift up. Don't do what I've done. Be better than me. Don't act the way I act. Be better than me. Do more. Exactly. That is not retirement. That's living off government assistance. That's living in a welfare state of mind. Like I said, this sense of entitlement, thinking that people are obligated to give you something, the sense of you being so caught up and selfish, thinking that you earned something. You didn't earn anything because the stints in prison, you don't get. I'm saying that little bit of pennies that you make on the day, the $1.50 you make a day, doing whatever job you did in the prison system, doesn't garner you to require large amounts of retirement. Very cautionary. And he can help many people. That is why that advice he gave Rico is disgusting. Exactly. So everybody think, oh, you're picking on him. No. He is someone who thinks that what he's done in his life garners him respect. You don't get respect for being in and out of jail, in and out of prison, on government assistance, but on here cussing and fussing and trying to down someone who actually works. I said, I don't care what I do. I could be clipping toenails on street vagrants, as long as I'm out there being productive and getting paid for it. As long as I'm not sitting at home on my arse, waiting for someone to knock on my door to feed me and to give me a check for the month. As long as I'm not going down to my caseworker or social worker was not to pick up a bus pass. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with people who need that for the time being. What's wrong is, what's demented is when you use that as a lifestyle choice. Because what you've done is a choice by now. You choose not to go out and work. Yeah, it's hard with 10 felons under your belt. See, what would be a testimony is if you say, yes, I've done this, I've done that, but guess what? I lift myself up out of bootstraps and I've done this. It was hard. It was trying. It was long. But I finally made it. Oh, we would never make up. But thank you for being here, surfing baby. Because I don't have a problem. Like I said, I don't do people who are constant victims. But while they victimize everyone else, I can't respect you. I don't have to mess with you or not. But I can be cordial towards you. We could be in the same space, but we'll never make up. Because I don't like people lying, trying to read, roast, and gag. And the reality is, everything that he said was false. Everything that he's trying to put out there about me is false. Nothing that I've said about him has been false. It's been exactly what he has told us. It's been exactly what he has shown us. See, if you think that, like, if you can't have an intelligent conversation with facts with me, there's no need for me to even want anything from you. My thing is, you've shown us these things. You have done these things. And opposed to you using your life experience to help and to uplift people, you choose to try to tear people down because you are so uncomfortable with who you are and the choices that you made that led you to where you are in this moment, that you think that it's okay. You're so double-minded that what someone else does offend you, but yet you don't see and recognize how you do the exact same things. You know, it's just funny to me how people don't understand that. And like that's the name of the title. At least a couple people get it. It's not about me trying to run this man down. If anything, I'm trying to show you the error of your ways, but you're just too stuck in that street mindset that you're not willing to see it because you think that it diminishes you in some way, shape, or form, and it doesn't. I've never tried to embarrass you until recently, until you started lying on me, until you started attacking me. The first time you did it, I walked away from it. Just simply walked away from it because I don't have time for it. Because I don't want that type of energy surrounding me. I don't want that type of karma coming back to me. But you can only walk away so far until you realize this person thinks that you're weak, that you can't get with them, that you won't get with them, that you're scared of them. And the real reality is, no one on here scares me. No one on here would do anything to me that I won't recover from. Say anything about me that I believe or make me believe. Exactly. People don't even understand where the welfare mindset came from. Let me give you a little black history. Teddy Roosevelt started welfare. And when welfare was started, it was started to where if you had it was meant to really to destroy the black family. If you had a man in your home, you could not get welfare. You have to have it have to be you and your children only, which means that you depended on them. So therefore, you broke down the black man. And if you were found to have a man in your home, the father of your children, hey Miss Queenie baby, how you doing? You was taken off the system, no matter if you needed help or not. See, my thing is this: y'all don't even understand history about why we're in the position that we're in, but yet I'm the one who's retarded and stupid and mentally disabled, can't comprehend what's going on, don't see, don't study. See, welfare was never there to help the family. Welfare was there to destroy the family unit. That's why there's all these rules and regulations in order for you to get and to keep welfare. But someone who's been on welfare or some type of welfare or have a welfare state of mind for the past 20, 30 years wouldn't understand that. What's up, J Boss? How you doing, baby? Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, I see why people find it hilarious. You have someone who's knowledgeable, who's speaking facts, and you have someone over here just telling all kind of lies and atrocities was that in order for get something accomplished that would never get accomplished. You know what I'm saying? For sorry, Franklin Roosevelt. I said Teddy Roosevelt. I apologize. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Queenie. Franklin Roosevelt. My bad. I apologize about that. That was a slip of the tongue. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So you have somebody with this mindset that having the government hand you something is your right, is your entitlement, where you really put nothing into it. You know, it makes no sense to me. I think that's the way to go. That's the way to live. That's the way to be. That's the way to exist in this world as an adult black man, knowing that we already have things stacked against us anyway. See, I'm confused. Explain to me how that works out in your betterment. Having someone place you in a home, living in a group home until your number is called, until your voucher is pulled, and then thinking that you're doing something because you finally have something, you know what I'm saying, that the government has gave you that can be taken away from you. See, while Social Security is, I guess, all right if you put into it, welfare isn't. Home vouchers aren't. Food vouchers aren't. Transportation vouchers aren't. That's not part of Social Security. Sorry, SSDI. See, that's why you're so upset every time someone mentions calling your caseworker. Because you know that all these other little subsidies and trinkets that you get isn't something that is attached to your quote unquote retirement. I'm just saying. It makes no sense to me that people are sitting up here just eating this stuff up, all this negativity, all this lies, all these inaccuracies in your story. See, I believe people the first time they say something. I believe that you think that you are entitled to be taken care of. Like I said previously, you hate what you see in others that you don't see in yourself. It's a jealousy, it's an enviness that doesn't make sense. And all you have to do in life is apply yourself. That's all you have to do is apply yourself. Like I said, I don't know what you said yesterday in that video. I just heard, I read the title where you said, I'm making a fool of myself. Explain to me how I'm making a fool of myself. I'm confused. Don't tell me I'm making a fool of myself. Tell me that I'm lying on you. Tell me what I've lied on you about. Tell me what part of your life story that I lied about. Was my timeline messed up? Was my timeline not correct? Was my timeline not accurate? Did I not just regurgitate what you said on here? 10 years been in your thing. Before then, living in a group home, waiting till they call your number, till they picked you or placed you. You haven't worked in 17, 18 years, basically since you've been 46. What have I lied about? What makes me a fool? I'm not asking because I really care. I'm asking because I want you to understand that I see you. And y'all, what do I say? What do I always say, y'all? Once I see you, I can't unsee you. So every time you say something, every time you do something, every time you know what I'm saying, I see what you're trying to do. I see what you're doing. And the majority of times I just shook my head and left it alone. Because I know exactly who you are. You that street hustler was not who think you can fast talk, slick talk, loud talk, anybody and everybody. Good morning, Misha baby. How you doing, sweetheart? And that's not the case. You can't slick talk, fast talk, loud talk, over talk me. I think he does too. But he's hurt and embarrassed because he think that I'm supposed to have been quiet and not say that he's problematic. I'm sorry. It's problematic. It's problematic behavior. It's problematic behavior what you're doing with me right now. It's problematic. If you don't see that it's problematic, then I can't help you. Hey Lorraine, baby, how you doing? That's what that's the name of the title, Lorraine. I got you, baby. Oh yeah. That's what I said. And the thing is, while I appreciate it surfing, um, I don't want people to think that that's what I do over here because it's not. You understand? I can do it, but yeah, I'm doing good, sweetheart. Thank you for asking. But yeah, like I said, so when you call me, surfing, I said that in I think my first video. When you call me ugly, thank you, I appreciate it because we all know I'm not ugly. I may not be your type, I may not be what you're looking for, but to call me ugly, I'll just laugh at that. To me, that's hilarious. I'm only ugly when you're mad at me. You know what I'm saying? I'm only ugly when you're mad at me. I'm only ugly when you're trying to re-roast and gag me. But it doesn't work because I don't think that I'm ugly. I don't think that anything about me is ugly. I have a great personality. I have a quirky, silly ass, sarcastic ass sense of humor, which works well for me. I'm personable, you know what I'm saying? I'm pleasant to be around. So yeah, all that insulting, ugly, monster, you know, da da da. Okay, thank you. I appreciate it, baby. Appreciate it. I appreciate it. You know, yeah, that doesn't bother me. But like I said, I'm not like my intention is never to down that man to the point to where you know what I'm saying he feel bad about his life. My point of saying these things is for you to look at, take an introspective look at what you've done, what you put out there, and not give us so much ammunition against you. You think telling us about every aspect of your life and your truth, quote unquote, that people's not going to use it against you because it's not favorable. Keep something close to the vest. Keep some things close to your vest. Keep some things that, if you know that they're not the best decisions, keep that stuff to yourself because people are going to hear it and use it against you or try to make fun of you with it. See, I'm trying to help you. I'm not trying to just down you, down you, down you, down you. I'm trying to give you some advice that you can use that can help you have an easier situation on here on YouTube. See, while I show you, like that, there's nothing that I've done in my life, period, that I'm ashamed of or afraid of. But at the same time, nothing in my life have landed me in a position where it's a cautionary tale. You know, you know, it's not about, someone always. For me, everything's not a roast and a gag. It really isn't. I don't live my life trying to be on the defense. So every time someone says something, whatever, I have to come back with a roast and a gag. I don't care enough because I'm comfortable with who I am. I'm comfortable with the decisions that I make. I'm comfortable with my station in life. The only time you take everything as a defense or as an insult is when you're uncomfortable with what you've done. And see, that's the funny thing is that at 63 years old, you haven't got there yet. It's sad that I've been here since I was about 30 years old. I can't change your opinion of me, nor do I want to. You go ahead and keep all those negative opinions about me right over there or spew it out on here on YouTube. But once people see, recognize, understand, I'm not the one who look crazy. I'm not the one who look like I'm losing my mind. I'm not the one who are insulting large groups and populations of people. I'm not the one who's double talking. What I say, I mean. What I say, I show. It is what it is. The good, the bad, and the different. And I stand in everything that I do. The good, the bad, and the different. But like I said, that little message I got under the video from someone, they got it. What's up, RJ Supreme Baby? How you doing? Welcome. They got it. And I know a lot of other people gets it as well. They get it. They understand it. I don't have to put your name in my title to garner views and support. If I would have put your name in my title, I would have had a lot more views on these videos. It's not about the views for me. It's about me saying what I need to say. And whoever needs to hear it will hear it. You're watching it. You're seeing it. You're replying to it. You're responding to it. And putting my name in your title, like Surfing said, is garnering people to come over here who would never have been over here before. And once they see I'm not really trying to drag you or roast you like that, all I'm doing is telling you the truth about what I've heard you say. Either they will stay or they won't. I've asked people that support you in your several thousand views on your video. Oh, thank you, baby. Appreciate it. Did he not show y'all that he was a hypocrite by doubting what Trump did, but yet doing the same thing when trying to attack me? I've asked that question, and no one dropped down and said I was a liar about that. No, he didn't do that because everything that I'm saying is true. Everything that I'm talking about is true. It's facts. Just scroll through the videos. Remember what was said previously. There's nothing that I said that has been a lie because I don't do that. I don't need to lie to try to roast and gag you. I think that what you said is enough ammunition for me to put the facts out there, to remind people about what's going on, what was said, how it was said, why it was said. None of my videos has been erased. I will not apologize for anything that I said on any of my videos because it wasn't a lie. It was a regurgitation of what was said, what was written down. And it doesn't matter if it was 30 years ago, 20 years ago, 40 years ago. The reality of the situation is that you've done it and you haven't really, to my understanding, atoned for it yet. You can say you have this relationship with God all you want, but isn't God is about forgiveness, forgiveness of self? And it seemed as though to me, I'm not a psychologist or a psychiatrist or some type of spiritual leader, but it seems to me that you haven't forgiven yourself for your bad choices. That's why you're so defensive of them. You haven't forgiven yourself for your bad choices or where it landed you in your situations this present day. So that's why you're so angry. That's why you're so defensive. That's why you think that you need to get someone up off you. But the reality is, maybe you need to forgive yourself for the choices that you've made. And then you can move past it and move forward and move beyond it. So you're not so triggered. So you're not in such a defense mode. Because not everything that is said is meant to hurt you. Not everything that is said is meant for you to take offensively. If you truly got over it, that's why. How do you think that when people talk about me having bad skin, I laugh at it, or me having a stutter or a stammer, I laugh at it. I told y'all, you can't hurt me with things that I've already dealt with. Now the bad skin thing, I won't say bad skin. I won't say it's horrible, but yeah, my skin could be better. It could be better. So I wouldn't say bad, you know what I'm saying? It could be better. But at the same time, it's genetics. I can't control it. I can control it as much as possible as not of the skin texture and the skin condition. You know what I'm saying? Besides pulling off my face and doing the face transplant. You know what I'm saying? The stutter and stammer, it got a whole lot better. Got a whole lot better than what it used to be. Since I've been on here, it got a lot better. But I told you guys previously, that's why I want to come on here and speak. Because it will force me to listen to myself. It will force me to do better. Self improvement starts with self. Do you think I wasn't gonna? I didn't know that people was gonna use my stutter stammer against me. It's okay. It's gonna force me to work on it for myself. So when I am placed to where God is meant for me to be, I can stand up and speak well. I can slow myself down, think about what I'm going to say, because that's all the stutter and stammer is. Your mouth is moving faster than what you can process things. You get so excited to where you get all worked up, opposed to taking a breath, taking a step back, and being able to articulate yourself in a way to be understood. Like I said, you can't read me on that. You can't read me on the skin. You can't like those two things that people wants to do on here. Oh yeah, you da da da. Okay, I'll be all that. I have a stammer. I have a stutter and a stammer. Now what? What else? You can't read me on something that I've already dealt with. I already got over. That's why I say I'm undraggable. Because you can't drag me on those things that you think is a shortcoming. Okay, for you they may be. For me, it's a triumph. Because I can tell you where I came from. I'm not there now. And it doesn't hinder me for putting forth my best efforts. to be my best, to living the best life that I can possibly live in the moment. This is not where I'm going to stop. This is just the beginning of where I'm going to be. See, the confidence is something that more people should have. The sense of worthiness is something that more people should have. The sense of self is something that more people should have. And you may think that I'm being a fool or being reckless or being whatever the case may be, but the reality is that what makes me me. When I see fit to change something, I will change it or work on changing it. You can't embarrass me. You can't drag me. You can't do anything or say anything about me that makes me feel bad about who I am or where I've been. But the reason why you're so sensitive about what you've been through, because you haven't dealt with it yet. When I say the reason why you are where you are today is because of what you did yesterday, you know that's true. That's why it hurts so deep. That's why it cuts so deep. Because you haven't dealt with it yet. You may have acknowledged it, but you really haven't dealt with it in the depths of your soul. Because there's a lot of trauma that you haven't dealt with. I'm just saying. I'm not going to go back and repeat all the trauma that you said you've been through, that you have inflicted on society and on people. But you know what it is. You know what you've done. You know your life story more than I do, better than I do. You know why you are where you are, why your life and situation is in the condition that it is in. And for me, I don't have to try to read roast and gag. Waking up every day, seeing where you are, living how you live, is what it is. All I'm doing is point out what I see, what you've told us, what you've shown us. I'm just saying. Good morning, peaceful lady baby. How you doing? Welcome. But like I said, at least a couple people get it. Because it's not for me to keep on going over and regurgitating the same things over and over and over again, trying to make up something for me to get the better of someone. Why would I care? Like I always say, y'all know I have all these sayings that I say. You will continue to live your life, and I will continue to live mine. What you say have no effect on me, and what I say should not have any effect on you. But it does. Because as they say, the truth hurts. When I see you and tell you, articulate to you what I see, and know that you see the exact same thing, no matter how much you try to hide, how much you try to laugh, joke, and all these things, we see you. And see, but Tam, the thing is with that, the thing is with that, some was where I was screaming and yelling and foaming at the mouth, and some where I was just as calm as I am right now. Tam, you been here for a minute. A lot of y'all have been here for a minute. I told you I can do it several different ways. I can do it their way. I can do it my way. I don't do it often, but when I do, I do. I'm not trying to be everyone's, saying, oh, he's the baddest roaster, he's the baddest reader, he's the fiercest. No, 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 no. Because as I always say again, one of my statements, y'all know I have a lot of these things I say. See, you know. But yeah, like I said, I was just wondering. The reason I even made those last two videos was I was just wondering how was you gonna get me up off you if that's not what I want to do. How are you gonna get me up off you if that's not what I want to do? If I don't want to get up off you, there's nothing you can do and or say that can make me get up off you. I just wanted you to understand that. Because like I said last time, I just walked away from you. I let you have I let you have whatever you thought you had, and I walked away from you. But once again, like I said, I don't like being threatened by people. I don't like people thinking that they can do and say whatever they want to do and say. Hey, Faith, baby, how you doing, sweetheart? Good morning to you. Mwah. I don't like people thinking that they can run over me because I chose to be quiet, because I chose to walk away. And you made that statement, oh, that's why I got you up off me. Yeah, that didn't sit well with me. So I need to show you, but I can tell you it doesn't happen until I want it to happen. I'm not the baddest person on here, but I'm far from the weakest. You're not going to, you know what I'm saying, make me do anything. You're not going to get me or take me anywhere that I don't want to go. I'm a calm person in general, but at the same time, I can be just as vile, just as loud, just as ignorant, just as aggressive, just as street as anyone else, if not more so. But like I said, you guys, I'm not. I mean, I said I'm not here for a long time. I'm just here for you know what I'm saying to entertain and educate. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to act a fool. I'm not here to show my ass often. But best believe when I choose to show my ass, I can. If I choose to go back and forth with someone, I can. If I choose to engage in verbal fisticuffs, in the words of Kwame, I can. And I want to thank people for the cash apps they done gave me. You know what I'm saying? I don't require that from anyone. And I know people are over here because they want the roast and a gag and a drag. Well, it's not. But I hope that I give you something more than just that. I hope that you are actually entertained and educated over here. And if you want to see some of my crayon colorings, check out my community page. Check out some of my artwork on my community page. Some of the commissioned artwork that I've done and presented on here to you guys. See, come here for the roast and gag. Stay for the actual talent. So, like I said, that doesn't bother. All that stuff doesn't bother me because it's not offensive to me. Because okay, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit. You know, yeah. Like I guess people think, oh, you can't insult me. Oh, let me give you that right now. I use black beans, kidney beans. I use ground chicken. I use ground pork. Um, I use black beans, kidney beans, ground chicken, ground pork, jalapenos, serranos, habaneros, green peppers, banana peppers. God, what's those Reno, those like big green, like long chili peppers? I use that. I use onion, garlic, onion powder, garlic powder, paprika, chili powder, um, Johnny seasoned salt, salt and pepper. God, what else? Oh yeah, and also the chili pack flake. The chili pack. I forgot which brand it was, but I used the chili thing. I know I just told you the recipe. I should have wrote it down and posted, but yeah, that's what it was. It was so good, and the cornbread was all homemade, so the cornbread was always on point. It was so good. Yeah. But one day, I'm instead of using regular milk for my cornbread, I'll have to use buttermilk one day. See, Tam, like y'all know, like I'm not like I mean, arguing is tiring. It's exhausting. It drains your energy. Not saying that I don't have the energy to deal with it. No jiffy, no jiffy here, baby. No jiffy here. You will not find a jiffy box cornbread up in my situation. See, I mean, I like the tanginess of buttermilk and cornbread and biscuits and stuff like that. But for some reason, every time I want to make cornbread, I don't have buttermilk. And but buttermilk is really specific. Like I only buy buttermilk if I know that I'm going to fry some chicken. So I soak my chicken in the buttermilk and hot sauce and spices and stuff, as well as season the flour. And also, if I have my mindset, if I'm at the store to buy buttermilk for cornbread or biscuits when I make it. Yeah, I don't just have buttermilk because buttermilk to me it goes back to like I can't tell if the buttermilk is bad or not. You know what I'm saying? I can't because the way it smells anyway has that tanginess smell to it. So I don't know if buttermilk is bad or good. So I don't buy it often, especially if I'm not going to use it. But yeah, how do my cornbread is? Of course, I use the white cornmeal and the yellow cornmeal. I use flour, of course. I use baking soda. I use salt. I use sugar. Um, those are the dry ingredients that I use for my cornbread. And then the wet ingredients I use egg, melted butter, milk, and a little bit of oil. Oh, you heavy cream? I never tried that. I never tried heavy cream. Yeah, it gives that bite. Yeah, it gives that bite in it. Yeah. So I mix my dry ingredients first for my cornbread, and then I mix all that up. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I do everything by eye, so I really don't have a lot of measurements for stuff that when I cook. Um, but then in my wet ingredients, I melt the butter. Of course, I put like oil. I probably put like a quarter cup of oil in it. I use like a half a stick of butter. Then I use like 3 eggs, and then I use you know the milk aspect of it. So, and I mix those up like in a separate bowl. Then I pour that mixture into the dry ingredients and just fold it till like all the dry ingredients is wet. Yeah, it's really easy. It's really delicious. Like sometimes, like when I used to back in the days, I used to chop up jalapenos and put corn kernels in my cornbread if I want like a little Mexican corn. Mm-hmm. Did that too. Oh, makes it pound cake like. Okay, I gotta try some heavy cream. I gotta try that. I never thought about that. Mhm. And I was gonna make. I was talking to James on his panel. We was talking about food. That's one of the topics we were talking about. And he made a sour cream cake. I was gonna make a pound cake with a lemon glaze on, not lemon, orange glaze on top. But it's only me and my husband. So if I a lot of times when I cook a lot of stuff like that, like because we don't eat a lot of sweets, I like take half of it to work. And but since was getting over a cold, I was getting over a cold. I don't think it's okay for me to take food to work when I'm getting over a cold. You know what I'm saying? Me and my husband share each other's germs and stuff, but to possibly contaminate someone else isn't cool. So that's why they make that because we wasn't gonna eat the whole thing by ourselves. We gotta stay trim and fit. You know, we can't be walking around here looking all any kind of way. Sorry, you guys. Hold on. Hello, hello. fuck you are. Don't scream in my ear hello when I'm screaming hello. Don't you hate that, y'all? People, hello, hello, bitch. I say hello. What? What you need? Anyway, y'all. Like I said, I mean, like I said, now y'all know I'm over the situation. Y'all know that whatever else is said, have fun with it. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Someone had to stop me into reality. You know what I'm saying? And let me know that this is not what I do. But my ego. I'm saying my ego, wanting to prove a point. You know what I'm saying? Got me making all these videos and acting crazy and doing what I normally don't do. So okay, I have my butt pants. Oh yeah, I definitely need to find. But it's hard to adjust the recipes. You know what I'm saying? Because the recipes fit my butt pants. You know what I'm saying? The ones that I have. You know what I'm saying? My spring form butt pants, the decorative butt pants with the little ridges and stuff in it. You know what I'm saying? The recipes that I use fit that. I know, Marie, that ego, baby. That ego gets you in trouble all the time. See, but the difference is I recognize it. I recognize it and I can walk away. I can let it be where it's at. You know what I'm saying? And that's all these past videos where I was you know what I'm saying, being sarcastically nasty. It was, saying, my ego. Because I don't like being threatened. I don't like someone telling me, you know what I'm saying, that they made me do something or yeah, I just don't like that. But that's not what it is. I control myself. Like I tell my husband all the time, love you, baby, but guess what? You know that, what I'm saying, I'll be okay, right? Don't do it. You know. Yeah. It's that ego. It's this ego of mine. Like I said, and look, and that's the point is I can recognize that. I know what it was. I knew what it was when I went off on James's panel. It was ego. You know, you want me to say you say you got no, you didn't do that. I need you to show me how you can do it again if that's what you think you did. It's ego. Like I said, I'm an adult. Y'all know that. Y'all who are over here for a while knows that. People who just watching this or maybe over here from now on, I'm an adult. That's one thing I can say about myself. I'm an adult. I may act childish every once in a while and allow my ego to take over, but sooner or later, I'm going to be the adult that I am, the adult that I know that I am. You know what I'm saying? And just have a conversation with you. I'd rather have a conversation with people than to go back and forth with you. You know, it was ego. Don't lie on me. Don't lie about me. Don't do that. Don't threaten me. None of those things. Those things don't work with me. I'm not like everybody else. But anyway, y'all, any other questions, comments, concerns? You know, we've been on here a little bit over an hour. Okay. If not, I said I appreciate everyone being over here. I appreciate you guys for participating in the chat. Thank you guys for hearing me out. Like I said, there's no apologies that I am given or that I want from anyone. Just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. I got I got to work, Tam. But one thing I did decide, like I did my calculating for like my budgeting for the last year, and I was calculating that I was spending about $150 a week on food, like work and stuff like that, like little snacks and stuff like that, things like that. So what I've decided to do this year um, is take my food to work, and of course I take my food to work on. Y'all heard the stunner just then. Uh, see how I pointed out. Um, so far this year, y'all know I take like I cook on Sundays or Mondays, and then I take a plate of food to work the next day that I work. But for the rest of the week, I always eat out and stuff like that, lunch and breakfast and stuff like that. So what I decided to do is start taking my lunch to work every day, and I calculated I want to spend about $20 a week for lunch at work. So far this year, I've been doing pretty good with that. Um, so I think today I'm gonna do roast beef and turkey sandwiches with some chips, a little fruit cup, and you know, what I'm saying a little snack like some kind of little Debbie snack. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing for lunch today when I go to work. But I'm thinking I want something, but I'm not sure what I want as far as to cook for the weekend. 'Cause, you know, I only cook like some 2 days a week. But yeah, excuse me. I want to cook something. But I'm not sure what I want to cook yet for the weekend. Not sure. But yeah, I don't know. Like I still have um I, when I made the stuffed shells, the stuffed Christmas dinner. I still have a bunch of dry shells and dry pasta, and I have some ground meat that I froze that I always do way too much of it. So I was thinking about doing some type of you know like stuffed pasta again, and I also have a bunch of chili as well left over. I made a huge pot of that. So I'm thinking about doing like a chili casserole. You know, corn chips, chili, cheese, corn chips, chili, cheese. Y'all remember that back in the days? Chili casseroles. Have y'all had that before? But yeah. Oh yeah. Last year, um, I started off saving. Y'all know last year I told you about saving money, whatever, because just I was spending way too much money, like making no sense spending money, buying stuff that I already had, buying stuff that I didn't need, not using a lot of stuff. Um, but last year with my part-time job, I wanted to save anywhere from $50 to $100 every week. So last year I wound up saving $3,000 just from my part-time job by saving $50 to $100 a week, and that's after vacationing and stuff like that. So I ended up having $3,000 saved up from that, and that's like I said, that's from vacationing and stuff like that. I only used that money for vacations and stuff like that when I was going to town. So I ended up saving $3,000. Um, this year so far, this is like the third week. I've only saved $200 so far this week for my part-time job. So I'm just trying to find ways to save more money. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I say $3,000 last year, put that into a different account. You know what I'm saying that I'm used to, that I already had. I just open up an account with a credit union because they have better interest rates, things like that. I've also put aside $1,000 to invest in anything as well. And I've also decided that with my cash apps that I get, I'm going to invest all that money. That money won't go into my account. That money will be going into a separate account to where I can actually just play in the stock market a little bit more than I normally do. So I mean, I'm just trying to, saying, make sure that I make responsible decisions and choices. You're making. Ooh, I love shrimp scampi. Are you going to use shallots or are you going to use onions? Because shallots have a little milder flavor than onions do, but it still gives you that oniony flavor for the scampi. And the butter and white wine is important as well. When you're cooking like a scampi, make sure that anything you're cooking with wine, make sure that you use the same wine that you actually drink. It really makes a difference because when the people use that cheap wine that they wouldn't normally drink, it just has a different taste in the food. You if just take my suggestion, you can take it or not take it, but I would rather use shallots because it has a milder flavor than the onion does. Onion's a little bit stronger than shallots, and also you can dice up the shallots a little smaller as well, so it's not gonna like be. It's like an afterthought. Then it's just a forward thought. Yeah, scampi is really easy. You can like depends on what kind of. See, there's a difference between scampi and scallopini. For me, scallopini you have like it's the same aspects of the scampi because scampi is garlic. For me, I should say garlic, shallots, um, butter, white wine, a little bit of olive oil, and lemon juice. That's how I do my scampi. And then when I do like a scallopini, like a chicken scallopini or a pork scallopini, I do the same thing, but I add capers and like diced tomatoes in it as well. Some people put tomatoes in their scampi, but I don't. I don't. Oh, scallopini. Yeah, but you gotta be careful because I buy the U10 scallops, the bigger scallops, because for me, every time I buy the big scallops or the smaller scallops, it tends to cook down too much. Because you gotta be very careful when cooking scallops, because like a second um overcooked, they're overcooked and they're like ruined. Yeah, I mean, hence the name Food Junkie. Y'all know I cook. Y'all know I like to cook. I like to eat. And like I said, that's considered one of my arts. Because like I said, I think that, what I'm saying, food is art. You eat with your eyes first. And when you understand flavors and stuff, to me, like, to me, like, understanding food flavors is like understanding colors, understanding textures and textiles. To me, it's all the same. It's all art to me. You know, being able to connect the dots, being able to, you know, I like with food. I know how this tastes. I know how that tastes. I know how they would taste together, type of thing. That's how I look at it. You know, I know which noodles hold sauce better depends on what kind of sauce I'm doing. You know, all that kind of stuff. See, peaceful lady, baby. That's one of my little statements. But I like to say, come for the drama, but stay for the other stuff. Stay for the talent. Come for the drama, but stay for the talent. Stay for real conversations and real content. Because drama's not content to me. It's all it is drama. Like I said, y'all saw how easily I got over it. I said, like, I really am over it. As long as what I'm saying, leave me alone. Yeah, just like with colors and stuff. Like, I told you guys, when I did a painting of Johnny Depp as Edward Scissorhands, I hand mixed 96 colors. I hand mixed like 96 different colors, you know, to do that painting. I like stuff like that, you know. And so that's why I said that can't be a read for me. Like that's not a read. I don't understand that, you know. Oh, thank you, baby. I appreciate it. Oh yeah, like this time, like that was a couple Christmases ago where I showed my ass because I was tired of traditional Christmas dinners. So I think when I took that picture, I had lobster tails, scallops, shrimp, mussels, clams. I did like a seven seafood thing. I did that. Then I had like what was it? I had like asparagus. I had like scallop potatoes. I had I think Brussels sprouts. I had boned in ribeye. Yeah, it was a whole mess. It was a whole mess. It was a whole mess. I think I posted it on my community page. Yeah, it was a whole mess. It was delicious, but it was a whole mess. You know, but yeah, yeah. I didn't want much. Like I said, I mean, at least a couple people get it. You know what I'm saying? Not everything is about the roast and the gag. Not everything's about the attention. Because please, I'll be okay. But yeah, didn't want much, you guys. Like I said, thank you guys so much for being here. Thank y'all so much for supporting, and the people who are new to the channel. Thank you so much. People who will watch the replay, thank you so much. I love everyone. You know what I'm saying? But as I always say, it's not important that I love you. It's important that you love yourself, love someone else, respect yourself, and definitely respect someone else. I would definitely appreciate if you guys like the video, and even on the replay, like the video, please. Y'all have a great day. I'm gonna get myself ready for work. Um, yeah, y'all. Y'all have a great day. Love you guys, and y'all stay safe on these YouTube streets. And try not to get into all this drama and nonsense that's going on right now. Until next time, I will talk to y'all later. piece. Hold on one second. No, I didn't do a seafood stuffing. I think I had like calamari and some other stuff as well. Y'all have a great day, you guys. Love you. Bye bye.